Before we begin the game, I'm gonna leave it open so people can join, and I'm gonna take a few minutes to read you a summary from the previous reigns so that you new people can get an idea what happened and can roleplay consequently. Before the reign of King Zemuel IV, we had the reign of Queen, which I actually just realized I freaking misspelled, as Quen. Queen Zemuel III, the Spider, who ruled from 1050 to 1067. When defiant Queen Zemuel III ascends to power, she longs to move past family traditions and do things her own way, aiming to make the kingdom prosper. She is initially rash and cocky, executing Conte Pyromaniac with no hesitation, only fearing the judgment of foreign rulers. She is however unable to control the press-enabled spread of Republican sentiment. Grandees aim to subvert the Watch, the chiefs to ally with giants, the counts to offer the queen immortality for the throne, perhaps renouncing opposing the royals, trying instead to recruit them. They do get close to the queen. In spite of Zemuel III allowing atheism to spread in the east, she marries Count Zemuel Blythewood. His worries initially annoy her, but he grows on her. By the way, just quick digression here. The current reigning lineage, the Zemuels, come from the east, so the counts have been close to this lineage for the past few reigns. Everything changes when a southern ship, the Serafina, is inexplicably found in northern lands. Zemuel III declares wanting to pray for a divine sign as a way to buy time to consider her options while looking faithful to the Grandees. But she freaks out when she does receive a vision of dark tendrils hunting for sailors, proving that the supernatural is far closer to her than she thought. She bribes the council to have the Serafina destroyed, but the northern trebuchets miss and explosively break down when brought against the ship. A nervous Zemuel III develops a sudden interest in religion, and the Serafina becomes a fixture in the north. Zemuel III's Festival of the Seven Pyres, held at Aranjar, is a great success. Emboldened by the symbolic 8 gods burning, the Archbishop calls for missionary work in the east to counter its cult. Zemuel III uses a golden choice to allow this. The operation by itself makes the church unexpectedly relevant in the east again. Zemuel III is taken aback by such a success and worries about having angered the counts. This proves unfounded, though. Zemuel, the consort, by the same name of the queen, takes the initiative of using the treasury to fund research into the East's dream-easing cabbage, which are taking the kingdom by storm, and becomes hugely popular in his native region. The queen accompanies him on a costly tour there, coasting on his popularity. She proves open to the count's offer of immortality, hoping to avoid the ninth god's judgment maybe, but the church leads the other regions into opposing them, and the counts back away. The church's hostility towards Grandmaster II's necromantic experiment, aka child, amounts to nothing when the creature becomes a popular farmer in the east, undoing all the progress the church had made in the region. The counts grow ever closer to the queen, and they are in an ideal position to either proceed with the ritual or betray her. 2/3 of the counts agree with the queen's recruitment, but at the last moment, Countess Marley Tynd, who is more loyal to the late Queen Zemuel II than to her peers, sabotages the unholy ritual. The chiefs eventually get the giant's attention, and the spymaster warns the queen that the kingdom is rich enough to be a worthwhile target. Refusing to send a tribute or to ignore the problem, the queen orders the construction of a wall in the north. An incoming eclipse pits counts and grandees against each other, but by now, Zemuel III has learned to avoid openly weighing in on the issue to avoid consequences. The kingdom thrives. Now valuing her mother's wisdom above her own piety, the queen chooses to trust her spies more than her own nobles. Due to the cautious way she lets her enemies take the first step and fall into her traps, she becomes known as the Spider. The grandee plotters are arrested. The giants learn of the chief's planned treachery, and the count's offer is refused. Now, after seizing control, Zemuel III feels confident enough to meet the ninth at her appointed hour. And that's what happened during the reign of Zemuel III, leading up to Zemuel IV. Let us begin. I would say a big round of applause for our amazing That Which Lurks, even if they're not here, but I'm sure they will appreciate when they go back and rewatch these. So, if you don't mind joining me in a little applause for our amazing mod. Too much applause, too much applause. King Israel. Thank you, everybody. I think I was surely not just Zemuel the First with a mustache. they're kind of different, a little bit, tiny bit. Thank you, and thank you, That Which Lurks, for providing the summary. In spite of you being on vacation, what are you doing? Enjoy your vacation. Alright, so let us get started. So, well, of course, let us start with the coronation, right? Let us start with the coronation. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your mother, but now it's your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens to your coronation. Yes, sure, let's get this over with. Shall we hold the nobles in? Of course. Dear nobles of the council, this is first time you get to vote here. First time you get to vote. What do we want to do here? I think the king doesn't want a parade. I don't think the king wants a parade because I think that he wants to invest that money elsewhere. Yeah, I think this is kind of a humble king. Let's go. Does the kingdom drop monarchs into the river as well? I mean, most of the times, yes. But, yeah, sometimes. Not always, though. Not always, though. I usually try to put a little bit of role-playing in the way I play my monarchs. And I invite you to do the same. You know, I invite you to do the same. You don't have to, but I personally think it's more fun. Oh, this is close. 13 to 14. Wow. This is very close. If you haven't voted, you might make a tie or break a tie now, so. Good stuff. Let me count down from 5 here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Alright. Military it is. Troops shall bear the king through the streets atop a shield. Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry, Astronovska. Soldiers from across the kingdom take part in the parade. They're even outfitted in impressive new equipment for the occasion. As you climb up into the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize this is not going to be easy. Your arm quickly starts to hurt. Your soldiers stagger and groan under your weight. King Israel, I'd rather not, to be honest, because otherwise chat is going to be completely bombarded with that. And also, I would like to keep traits aside, away from the Dynasty game for now. I think I'm gonna let people roll at the start of the new one, but for this one, I think I'd rather not do it. Like, we're gonna use them on Friday, though. We're gonna be playing the game. By the way, on Friday, we're gonna be playing the game with an unofficial mod that allows us to play with 5 regions at a time. So if you've never seen that and you want to try that, come back on Friday. It's same time, 9 p.m. Central European time, roughly. Usually do council introduction before coronation. Oh, you're right. I don't know. I don't know what took me. Shinji Schneider and Lublu. ESP, welcome back. How are you doing? Yes. Alright. As you climb up into the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize this is not going to be easy. Your arm quickly starts to hurt. Your soldiers stagger and groan under your weight. Sure enough, one of your shield bearers trips on a loose cobblestone and drops your face first in a puddle. In full view of half the city, Liz, the only thing hurt is your pride. Can we see what if all 5 nations rebel at the same time? You can try. You can damn try. But yeah, okay, yeah, Mystery Dragon spoiled it for you. There you go, it stops at 3. Yeah, exactly. Like Northwind is saying. Also, welcome back, Northwind. How you doing? Yeah, let's do the council introduction. Cloud of bees forms into a letter before your very eyes. Greetings, kinsman. Due to the distance between our now distant families, you have been banned from Tower Vestin? Holy shit, Reaper, what? Why did you welcome Zemuel the Third and not Zemuel the Fourth? What did this guy do to you? Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet the Council of Nobles, Chiefs of the North. Good luck in the days ahead, your greatness. You'll need it. Dealing with us a lot. Kiara, welcome back. Well, this is a cool portrait, I like it. Good hair. And of course, an eye patch, because eye patches are very fashionable in our kingdom in the north. And in the south. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your grace. I was dismayed to hear of your mother's passing. Of course you were, Aukate. Welcome back, Aukate. And Grandis. Pasnik, of course! The historic Pasnik, may the ninth bless your reign, your highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. The council immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your mother fought so hard for? Yeah, it's things, right? Too much distance in relation, it seems. Damn. Too many generations, yeah, that makes sense. No, we're just at the very start and the core, so don't worry. Families drift. It is your turn to forge your own path. Damn. I'm here to see my son rule Twilight. Welcome back! we were just talking about you earlier, about the fact that this is one of your offspring. There's just something about Zemuel the Fourth that sets all her danger senses on high alert. Why? Pap126, how many generations is this? I honestly have no idea. I think it's like... No, actually this is episode number 8. So this is, yeah, our 8th monarch. All these goddamn bastards. Yeah. Exactly, Mr. Dragon. Alright. The path to victory. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are new around here, there's a meme in this channel. That I only have one viewer, and that viewer is Pasnik. And all of you are alternate accounts. And again, as usual, I just, it's just silly. Every time I see this, I get to the point of seeing it, saying it, and then being like, yeah, why are you even saying it? Of course they know. They're alt accounts. So yeah, hi Pasnik. No regicide? Oh, we've had plenty of regicide at the start of the dynasty. Anti-religion prioritizes the well-being of legendary creatures, but who knows about Zemuel? Zemuel the Fourth is actually, I think, gonna be diverging a little bit. Dang, how did you figure it out? Because maybe I am Pasnik too. Huh, I am Pasnik, can confirm? Of course. No, I'm Pasnik, there you go. Ah, God. Yeah, of course they already know. Won't be the first time Blythe would diverged. We're all Pasnik around here. I know. Yeah, Pap, what Northwind said. Like, we try to go around with to follow RP more than just wanting to win in this dynasty. But you can play the way you want. I'm new, I must be Pasnik. Oh, you absolutely are, Pinky Monier. Alright, Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill. And with your mother out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Dash Helix, welcome and thank you for joining. Welcome to the Grandies. There you are. How you doing? A thing happened. Dash Helix, thank you so much for the follow. Glad to have you. How? Hi, hi, Paznik, and everybody says hi. Of course, of course. And Ordeal 310, thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you. Are the counts finally outnumbered? It would look like it, yeah. It took like several reigns, but we got there. Welcome back to the land of the PC, Vaspir. Happy to have you. So, Zemuel IV, I actually had a moment. I was inspired. I felt inspired and I wrote a little description for this monarch. I usually don't do descriptions and try to figure things out on my own. Ordeal, thank you so much for joining. And welcome to the Grandies. And thank you so much for the follow. Xdaura, how are you doing? So, who is Zemuel IV? The things I wrote are like brief biography, right? Spends more time with his father, touring the East on visits to inspect the farming conditions. Develops a passion for crops and agriculture. Seeing his mother often in praying retirement, he develops a sensitivity to the matters of the church, while still being averse to the strong manners of the Inquisition. He thinks the kingdom needs someone who can rise above local squabbles and govern in a caring way for the best common interests, without having to tread lightly for fear of angering one of the regents. He thinks he can be that person. So that's the idea of Zemuel IV, right? And with that said, he's definitely gonna try to be the father of the nation. Definitely gonna try to be father of the nation. Twilight has no memory of Zemuel's father. He was called Zemuel, by the way, so... Offers in exchange for marriage. Uh-huh. Shinji. And Xdaura, thank you so much for joining. Xdaura, you are a count. And Shinji, I think you joined earlier as well, right? You're here. Yeah, here you are. Went to buy bread, came back and saw a bunch of pings. Hello to all of you. Don't get attached to the monarchs? Yeah, no. Oh, it's still a facade, Astronovska. She's been around the way she gets her children are no matter of her. However, her children are darling to her. Makes a lot of sense. Alright. Your Highness, I did not kill the guy. Which one? Are you already? Are we started already? Alright. Xdaura, you are in the game. And you are Count. Alright, let's go. Schemes time! Mag of the Honest Swede clan, charismatic northern hero, stands precariously in a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Chiefs of the North! We all know I should be on the throne! Not this imposter king Zemuel IV! How do we make that happen? Chiefs, how do you make that happen? Through sorcery, maybe, trying to raise authority, or maybe trying to find a doppelganger trying to lower your own defiance. Or maybe with intimidation, trying to raise a stability. Hello me, I mean you, I mean us. We are Paznik. Is there a spit between that? Oh no, the description just said that they would spit while speaking. It looks like it's gonna be intimidation. Okay, you want to intimidate King Zemuel IV? Good luck with that. The chiefs plan to hold the king hostage in his own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into false sense of security. To advance their scheme, they must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Counts of the East Grimwald of the King Israel Dynasty, well-known former hermit, leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false king Zemuel IV wears the crown. Counts of the East, what do you want to do? Do you want to go for subterfuge, trying to lower stability? Or maybe you want to offer ascension, trying to lower your own faith? Or maybe you want to go for possession, trying to lower your own defiance? Vote now, counts. Vote now. We must intimidate it to assert pagan dominance. God, yeah. Yes, he should. I'd like to sell you my soul to you in return for 1 gold piece. Deal. Absolutely deal. Oh, Ascension it is. This was close for a moment, Ascension and Possession. But it looks like it's going to be Ascension. I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. More people voting for Ascension. Yeah, that makes sense, Marley. The counts plan to induct the king into their secret cult and offer him immortality in exchange for the throne. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. So you have to lower faith to 4 or less, which is at 0 right now. Santana of the Wyvern Wake lineage. Infamous southern mischief maker stands bathed in sunshine, droning on as in the days. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor we must not allow it to go unanswered. Grandees of the South, what do you want to do? Do you want to cause an uprising trying to raise the treasury? Or maybe do you want to go for fervor trying to raise your own farming? Or maybe you want to start an excommunication trying to lower stability? Grandees, are you sleeping? Are you asleep? Grandees, vote! Grandees, vote! This is so close. It's 5 to 6. 6 to 8? How can this be so close? Oh my god. We got down from 5 here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. B means we have the king on our side. That is true. That is true. Stinky Pete! Welcome, thank you for joining. How are you? Welcome to... There you are, Chief. Fervor it is. The Grandees claimant Santana has been chosen by the 9th god to be the next monarch. They have promised the first miracle, food for all. To advance their scheme, they must raise the farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Good afternoon to you, Stinky Pete. You're not too stinky. So what do we have? We have 2 false pretenders here, and 1 lost long nibbling. And we also, you know, we pay attention to these, because these end up in the family trees that I was showing you earlier. We have 2 false pretenders. If the Grandees win here, this is going to be relevant, otherwise not. Okay, let's go. So, I think King Zemuel IV is going to be pretty forthcoming with money. Providing money. Yes, you do have a lineage now. Wyvern Wake. Of course, never nice things. Never nice things. My daughter is no false pretender. Well, it looks like she is. Didn't this affect the soul selling papers? I'll have you ahead. Don't worry. And I'm gonna get my money back. I have no idea what the crawlers are. Let's go with the disquiet in the south first. Lizard, hey, look at you. Welcome. Your Highness, my peasants accuse me of hoarding wealth. Me, of all people. Worse, they're throwing down their tools and burning their belongings, saying they want to live an ascetic life and that I should do the same. What nonsense. Quite so, Your Holiness. They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possession, but burning them is quite the overreaction. The ringleader of this movement is a philosopher called Ortega. Oh my god, remember? Remember. Yeah, exactly, Northwind. Remember that I... Jesus Christ, Dragon P, 20,000 gold. That I just said, I wish we get... Like, I hope we get Ortega at some point. Because I think it's gonna be really interesting. I'm sorry that my outside religion caused problems. Philosopher called Ortega. She calls herself a voice for the ninth god, and the peasants hang on her every word. They'll be at my door any moment. Zemuel III would have had no idea how to deal with this. Zemuel IV might have an angle. The ancient Count Reaper arrives, flanked by a dozen of mankin guards. I've come to clarify the diversion of our families. Of all claims to both the royal throne and lands held, the Clan Reaper are to be only inherited by a direct family member of the old clan. Second, you have been disinherited from all the monetary gain that may come from the death of either house heads. Well, now I kind of wish that you try to become a wizard, you know? They'll be at my door at any moment. Okay, okay. Much to her dismay. I think we should send someone to infiltrate the cult. And see what happens. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. I think we should go, send someone to infiltrate their cult, gather information, and then try to figure out how to act from that moment on. Like, first we gather intel, and then we move, and then we make our move. These are already important decisions here from King Zemuel IV. Alright, this looks pretty decided. Do we have critical mass? Not really, but I think that's it. Counting down from 5 real quick. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Send someone to infiltrate. Grandy Lizards arranges for one of his few loyal servants to go along to Ortega's gatherings. You hope to hear from them soon. Meanwhile, both rich and poor scramble to show off their devotion to the ninth god in the face of Ortega's surging popularity. Well, that's not good. That is not good at all. Crawlers, thrifty tokens. Here you are. Hello, hello. This is a cool one. I love the circlet. It's perfect on it. Your Majesty, our mutual friend, Grandi Teresa Shio, has discovered a nest of crawlers on a new tract of southern farmland. Naturally, the chiefs recommended that she fill the tunnels immediately, lest they spread to other regions and endanger our crops. Teresa Shio refuses to do so. Peasants have gone missing. Your Holiness, these crawlers are much more dangerous than they appear. Teresa! That looks so cute. I like the eye color. Very derpy boy, I'm so sorry to know that. I'm so sorry for you. Legends speak of crawlers living in great cities beneath the soil, taking the weak to be consumed. We should leave the land to them. They're not to be trifled with. What the fuck? You're very welcome, Teresa. Yeah, Marshall, tell me more about these crawlers. Horrible cow-sized worms? Oh, those crawlers. Holy shit. I was thinking of the grunglings or whatever the fuck they're called. Horrible cow-sized worms that live under the earth with tiny clacking legs like centipedes. They're rare but formidable foes. They turn up unpredictably and attack whatever they find before retreating back into the earth. Nothing that well-organized troops can't handle, I'm sure. I may be scared of bugs, yeah. Assemble the council then. Thank you, Your Highness. Yeah, cow-sized. Abandon the fields to the crawlers. No. Fill in the holes and continue farming. Send someone into the towns to investigate. We should investigate, right? And I'm even gonna give you money to investigate. Yeah, I'm gonna give you money to investigate. I'm gonna convince you with money to investigate. What could go wrong? Yeah. I'm sure whoever we send in is gonna be really happy. Can vote C to get free money here. Everybody except Falcon seems to like money in this reign. Falcon doesn't like money. And Thrifty Tokens doesn't like money either. Memories are clouded and to read a bit. Abandon hope. Yeah, right? I think investigating sounds reasonable. Alright, let me count down from 5, 4, 3, 2. Last chance to get free money. 1. Vote C and 0. Let's go. Very well. Who will we send on this most unfortunate mission? This is a serious matter sent for a wizard? I think we send adventurers here. Yeah. We won't let you down, Your Majesty. This is just the sort of thing we handle. Yeah. We can afford it, yeah. Bid them farewell. Yeah, they're expendable. 6% chance. Oh, good! You hear word that the adventurers make it inside the tunnels at least, but you won't hear from them again until they make it out, if they make it out. As you wait, more and more peasants go missing down the mysterious tunnels. That's not good. The perfect combo of unkillable and expendable, right? Yeah. Good. Okay, that's a good start. I don't know if I've ever had that event, to be quite honest. Maybe like one time in my very first game and then never again. Good news, Your Majesty, I've received a vision. I saw you bathed in holy light, blades and missiles scrambling into dust before they could reach you. Well, I'm... Oh god. Oh god, no. High Inquisitor, no. No. High Inquisitor is so right. Yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna go for that. I don't think we're gonna go for that. I don't think we believe that. How faithful is Zemuel? Faithful, but not that faithful. Yeah, exactly. Learn from Arena 1. Yeah, learning from history. Why? Then I might be convinced to help. Until then, my hands are tied. Most dangerous, even. Damn. Eastern Knights. I trust the High Inquisitor. I think so. What would King Zemuel IV want here? I don't think the Northern Warriors, either the Knights or the nuns. Either the knights or the nuns. I think it might be the knights. Yeah, the nuns are balanced, but I think the knights, because I think he wants to diverge from everything else. O'Shanna's welcome back. Nuns are close enough to the knights' protection? Apparently not. Oh no, we're definitely gonna get an honor guard. I think it's gonna be some knights here. Or nuns. Yeah, that's one reason why I was thinking about that. You know, Janus. I think knights. I think knights. Do you want the emo rock band or the power of God? I'll make the arrangements at once. Foolishness. Do you not trust in the pressure of the ninth? Nah, not that much. The knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. That would be the complete opposite of the Inquisitor? Yeah. Alright. Auction time! Auction time! I'm gonna just start it. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising stability with A, lowering stability with B, raising faith for the counts with C, look at Vaspir, lowering authority with D, raising farming for the grandees with E, and lowering trade for the grandees with F. Yeah, Marley, you're poor. You're poor because of your huge betrayal. Wow, Vaspir. Wait, no, Vaspir, no. I'm gonna let you know when there's 10 seconds left. I'll let you know when there's 10 seconds left. And 10 seconds now. Proper theater in the East is needed, in my opinion. Apparently you're not gonna get it. So we're getting a Thief's Guild and a library. Yeah, that's what we have. Sir Sleep's Lap and Pufferfish Slayer contributing the most to these two things. Wow. Good job. So lower trade, more stability. I contributed the 1 gold for F. Was that decisive? False idols. Okay, let's go with the tunnels first. I don't know which of these two events worries me more. Your Majesty, the adventurers that you sent to investigate the crawler tunnels have returned. The crawlers have a vast network of tunnels, Your Highness, and they have some sort of queen, a huge creature that controls them all. Happy man. We should strike at this queen, destroy her, and deal with this menace once and for all, says Thrifty Tokens. Yeah, Ortega and Crawler is not a great combination. No, you must take care, Your Highness. If you enrage the queen, only ruin will follow. Surely there is another way. Send an assassin after the Crawler queen? Nah. Fill the tunnels with burning oil. Organize a meeting between King Zemuel IV and the Crawler queen? What the fuck? Like, I have two things to say here. Burning oil maybe solves it, but maybe it just pisses them off. And Yeah, but maybe just Phil pisses them off. Exactly, but the other thing is, organize a meeting, what if there's no point, right? So, I'm definitely gonna veto this. I don't think that's an option. I think the king would try the meeting. Yep, I think the king would try the meeting. Yeah, but a bunch of people disagree. Look at that. May she eat the king? That would make for a short game. Yeah, this is pretty clear, right? Okay. Most people are voting for the meeting here. Like, can I marry the crawler queen? All right, let's go. Organize a meeting between King Zemuel IV and the crawler queen. You cannot be serious. This means putting the king in a great danger. We don't even know if we can communicate with this creature, but the council has spoken. Yeah, if she eats the king, it's... yeah, please, if you know things about... No, I don't want an answer. Yeah, I was just about to say, if you know things about events, please don't spoil anything. Even if I ask out loud. Like, if I really want to know something, I'm gonna make it very clear. It's like, I don't know all the events. I try to in a way that allows for rare events not to come up, so that maybe I can still be surprised in 5-6 months from now, you know? This definitely won't go wrong at all. Right, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen these in my 300 plus hours, right? Again, I think I've seen these like once in my very first game that was cut short because it was a demo game. And then never again, so... The philosopher Ortega is preaching that we can only be close to the ninth god if we reject our worldly possessions, which would be bad enough. But she's also performing miracles. My spy saw her heal a woman's broken arm with a single touch. Cure an old man's blindness. So she really is a prophet from the ninth god? Whatever we might think, the peasants believe her. More of them flock to her barn every day as rumors of miracles spread. The church should perform better miracles and lure Ortega's followers away. You know, that sounds like a good idea to me. I kind of want to do that. Right? Yeah. God, a miracle fight. Can you imagine a miracle duel? Oh god, a miracle duel. That would be amazing. Are they gonna just face off and just start miracling people? It worked in Prince of Egypt. I mean, you've got a point. Alright, this looks pretty clearly to be going to A. We're just gonna be going. Civ 6 theological combat where your religious units hit each other. Yes! That's pretty much what it is, yes! The birthday kids are in the same team. Alright, let's go. 60%, come on. 70% actually. The church should perform better miracles and lure Ortega's followers away. And they do! The archbishop sends priests to a village long abandoned to drought. Townsfolk from neighboring lands eagerly follow the holy group. Once arrived, the priests' voices rise in choral harmonies. Townspeople join in as rain begins to fall, refreshing the land and turning it greens once more. Fantastic! Word quickly spreads all through the south that the church could do what Ortega could not. In the end, one of Ortega's own followers turns her into the church. Investigators, you expect her in the capital soon. Oh! I don't think I've ever had these outcome. That's cool. Your Majesty, it's important to find a spouse sooner rather than later. I think Zemuel says any. Thank you, Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. And the season. And I think we just do a normal tax here. So, I think the king is gonna bring something to the council, right? Healing blindness is way cooler than reviving some farms. No, we're not gonna tax the counts. The king is gonna say something like, there is the risk, like we run the risk of the crawler problem costing a lot of money to solve. If that is the case, there might be a need for an emergency tax. But for now, we're just gonna keep doing normal things. Oh, I would tax you, don't worry. Like, I don't have a heart. A philosophical meeting? Meeting the Crawler Queen. Oh my god, 2 meetings. I'm not ready for these. Okay. Let me just really quickly run to the restroom, because I need my 100% attention for this. I'm gonna be back in like a minute. I'm just gonna leave you here like this. I need to be focused 100%. Wait. Alright. Ajit, welcome back. We're meeting a bug. A bug as large as a cow. Yeah. And, oh no. And I think I remember seeing a very creepy portrait. So if you don't like centipedes and stuff like that, it's not really a worm. It's more like a centipede. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, trigger warning, phobia warning, content warning. But first, I think let's go with the philosophical meeting first. Ortega arrives in your throne room. I've never seen Ortega! I have never seen Ortega, who is apparently a fascist. What the fuck? Ortega arrives in your throne room, dressed in rags and flanked by the palace watch. She lifts her chin defiantly as she walks. Yeah. Hey, this kind of looks like a Celtic cross, you know? Ajit, you are a chief. Our chief. Probably have to go soon. People are supposed to be here in about 20 minutes for my birthday party. Chara, once again, happy birthday. Enjoy your party. Hope you have a great time, and thank you so much for being here with us for as long as you could. Mwah, take care. Let me take it. Sweet. That's a scary centipede this time. Damn. I had never seen her. Your Holiness, you wanted to see me? So you don't believe in owning things. Getting rid of what's unnecessary is how you move closer to the ninth god. He has given me the ability to heal, and I must use it. This is not the centipede. Just soon, okay. How would Zemuel the Fourth, you know, take these? Like, renouncing worldly possessions is how we get close to him. I'm not sure he would agree, because he knows that his mother grew closer to the ninth and didn't have to do that. Laura, welcome back. How you doing? How can he claim to have anything to do with the ninth god? She's a heretic, plain and simple. By the ninth, I'm no such thing. He's just afraid of whatever he doesn't understand. I think we should just exile her. She only had to pray often in the cathedral to get visions from the ninth. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna give you money to exile her. Yeah, I'm gonna give you money to exile her. We here in the north believe in religious freedom. You look from the south, Ajit. I don't think that, like, the king would not execute her. Definitely not, wouldn't execute her. It's too strong of a thing. That's more an Inquisition thing. And asking her to preach in favor of the crown is like, well, would you please renounce to everything you believe in and stand for, and do this thing for us, please, pretty please? You know, it doesn't sound like a thing that could ever happen, so I don't think the king goes for it. I'm gonna count down from 5 here. Vote A to get free money. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. She needs to go to the pyromaniac. You're right. Oh my god, Shara, no. Kick the little fucker in the shins. I didn't say that. I will leave you if you order me, Your Holiness. I'm not interested in rebellion. But my followers won't like it. As she's dragged away, Ortega holds her head high. We have her shipped off to the lawless Isle of Sal, where she can't bother anyone in the kingdom again. I have a feeling this is not going to be the end of it. Oh, Crawler Quinity is... Glorptig, yeah, I think she'll be back. Kill me, he's older and much stronger. Only reason he's been here for all of years. Oh, okay. I see. Still, he should know. He should freaking know. That's no excuse. Run away. Your Majesty, about this meeting, from what I've gathered, the crawlers rely on their queen to direct and lead them, quite literally from inside their heads. Suppose she cannot be reasoned with? Hakon, and a bunch of other things. Hello! How you doing? Welcome, thank you for the follow. Hakon. Thank you for joining, Hakon. You are... Let me find you. Oh. You are Chief. There you are. Smiling Chief. Thank you for joining. How you doing? Yeah, I think no tricks here. Exactly what Dragonbait is saying. I think having the trap in their lair is not smart. Yeah, I'm a king of my word, no tricks. Very well. What did I do? What did I do, Mystery? What's that about? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is fucking horrifying. Oh my god. She's a high. What? No! A few days later, find yourself in the fields of the south, face to face with a creature from your nightmares. By the 6th, thick, viscous slime drips from her mandibles as she sizes you up. Oh, I see, Mister. Smash or pass, smash with like a shoe, you know? No eggs, no eggs. No eggs. Vitamin Chi, welcome back and thank you for joining. How are you doing? It's literally a centipede, yeah. You are a Grandee. Am I in the centipede cult faction? Not yet, I think. Hello? The Crawler Queen clicks and rattles her appendages in a way that could be interpreted as a message of approval. God, I feel so threatened now. I feel so freaking threatened. We're sorry for exposing your talents. It was an accident. Yeah, this sounds like a smart thing to do. Clofo, welcome back. May you survive the incoming years, King Zemuel. Best regard to Shenosphere. I appreciate that. Take care. And Clofo, same thing. We're sorry. The queen tilts her head to one side, regarding you with beady black eyes. Oh shit, she speaks. What the fuck? Jasper, yeah, Jasper, this is indeed the new spouse candidate, I think. It just happened, Vitamin Chi. It just freaking happened. Crawler invasion, and I decided to have a meeting with her. This is... What little noises you make in the face of your trespass. Ours was not the first bombard. Yeah, the first bombard? What does it mean? Wait, are you in my head? Yes, I see. What do you want? Your digging hatchlings did not grasp the fullness of our being. They sought our destruction, and in so doing, found their own. Now you come before us to beg forgiveness Or to retreat the fraught path? Or to retread the fraught path? Jesus. I think I beg your forgiveness. You get down on your knee and beg for mercy in the name of your kingdom. What pretty song is this? The ape has learned to dance. Queen cheers loudly. Is she laughing at you? Then she turns away, scuttling on hundreds of legs, creating a thunderous patter across the field. Did it go well? As well as it could. Weeks pass nervously until one day the crawlers fill in and seal their tunnels. The queen has accepted your plea. In fact, the crawlers completely ignore the peasants to gingerly return to work the fields. Thank fucking God, yes! Boom! What was the first bombard? I think it just meant that we were the ones who first invaded. Apes are canon, yes they are. Yeah, this was pretty rough. I doubted you and stand corrected. Boom! There you go. That was so fucking scary. All it cost was your dignity. Yeah, but this is a king that is okay with making sacrifices. Still think we should have burned her. Next time, next time. You're very welcome, Teresa. Found 3 potential matches for you, 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. Now do they really want to marry me now? Like, are they okay with me? Yeah, I know. Let's see the eligible candidates. I'll just say, if we did something wrong in previous events, something worse happens to the whole kingdom. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, no. With this universe, they could have been crafted. Yeah, exactly. Like, apes are not given for granted, right? Dignity means nothing in the face of the destruction of your kingdom. 100%. Agree. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. Yeah. Thank you for the no spoiler waper. Centipede crisis over. Ooh. This is Laskal, firstborn son of the Northern Handel Gamer clan. From what I've heard, he knows exactly what he wants and will do whatever is necessary to get it. I've heard he spends most of his time playing cards or making wagers with friends and hangers on. People say he nurses a grudge, though. I can see the appeal as opposed. This is this Domina, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Grandmaster Dynasty. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. See the beautiful fur coat she's wearing in the portrait? Wolf pelt, hunted it herself. She's always planning something, they say, schemes within schemes. Intriguing candidate, okay. Emil would totally have been the second son. I will accept this retcon. Okay, yeah. It's not a Zemuel, yeah. She's an odd one. And then we have, finally from the south, Ophelia, the eldest daughter of the Skyfighter lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? She's got in trouble with the Inquisition for her interest in potion brewing and the occult. Shows no sign of quitting. There are rumors that she's obsessed with avenging an old slight on her family honor. Oh, that's... Yeah, in the April Fool you could marry the Crawler Queen. This is not great. God, they are all bad. Show me Laskal again. He knows exactly what he wants, and what he wants is gamble. Yeah, people say he nurses a grudge. This Domina, unsmiling, hunter, schemer. And southern candidate. Eagles as a son. Potion brewing. But obsessing with avenging Null's light on her family honor. Continue the inbreeding. My grandmaster has a wizard and an undead monster in the family. That's true. Doing a Targaryen playthrough. God, I'm so undecisive here. Obsessed with avenging Null's light, though. That's not the kind of caring thing that this king would want, right? Yeah, the Grandee's an alchemist, yeah. Choose none of them. No, we're not gonna go with no marriage here. So we have... Just family honor... What was the... I thought it was pronounced as Demona as well, but it's actually this Domina. It's like this D-O-M-E-N-A. Driven wagers and a garage. Driven wagers and a garage. Then we had... What was this Domina again? Like, what did this Domina have as a characteristics? Yeah, they all have red flags. This Domina? I don't know. Smile, Hunter, Schemer. I think it might have to be that one. God damn it. Are we sure they aren't all just spawn of the Crawler Queen in drag? Oh god. That is a terrifying prospect. Yeah, they all suck. Like, and I think that this Domina is the one that sucks less. Like, Laskal would be the political marriage. It's not my sister. It's not my sister. I think it's gonna be this Domina. Yeah. God, just because it's the least... It's the least bad one. Oh, wait, give me a second. I know it's a weird Eastern family, but like... I think it's gotta be this Domina, to be quite honest. Yeah, right? It's the most okay-ish. Most likely they're fun. No! Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. It's the least bad. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. And the season. In a tiny village far through the east, two counts meet in a derelict tavern. Serfs all across my lands are rejecting the ninth god, Janus. Yes, and the tithe collectors don't dare knock at the door of my keep. Now we must not falter. If the king grows proud, we can offer him the ultimate reward, immortality. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must raise authority to 5 or more in 4 seasons. The family tree is a circle. God, that's terrible. What do we do here? Would we want gamble? No. I'm good with this. Republican sentiment. No! God damn it, this dynasty event. It's been bothering me for like 3 reigns in a row. And furious followers. The people don't like us. Chimichurri, no! Byronchi, no. That's funny. Ah, God. You never had my support to begin with. I'd had no doubt. Well, let's do the royal wedding first. Let's have nice things first. Your wedding to this dominates naturally to talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with this dominant at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? Of course I do. Then I pronounce you king and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Desdomina, refuses to dance at all, preferring instead to brood in the corner. By the time you find yourself alone with Desdomina, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Do you see the 8 crows perched on the church tower as we walked into the cathedral? A dire omen. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Your words don't seem to sink in. Instead, Desdomina bursts into tears. The peasants have the right idea. They get married for love, not for politics. Oh, to live the simple life of a commoner. No, both in this together. You comfort Desdomina long into the night, listening as she expresses her doubts and fears. As dawn breaks, she falls asleep on your shoulder, exhausted. You're not attending the wedding? I'm gonna have your head. She seems pleasant enough, yeah. How dare you making Desdomina cry? I mean, she did it all herself. Let's go with the Republican sentiment first. Your Majesty, and I kind of have the impression that this is going to be the same exact image that we have in the background of the next event as well. Do you get a second head? Yeah, Baspier's one. Your Majesty, the printing press has ushered in an age of lively intellectual debate and revolutionary philosophy. Those are really bad things. Yeah, sounds dangerous. Indeed, Your Majesty, most of the new thinkers are calling for an end to the monarchy. One in particular, someone called Clarissa Agony. Clarissa Agony has written an influential pamphlet about the rights of the commoner. Can you imagine this? Essay on the Rights of the Commoner by Clarissa Agony. She argues that peasants deserve minimum wages, voting rights, basic sanitation. By the 9th, we have to do something about her. My peasants have started asking me to pay for their medicine. LeBlue, welcome back. How are you? Although the university has a printing press, it doesn't look like it. Oh. Implement reforms that follow her suggestions? Oh my god, the public debate. Yes, the bug fix happened, I think, yesterday, actually. Yesterday or today, yeah. Yeah, the anti-king sentiment stayed. So, implement reforms that follow her suggestions. No. No. That's not what we do. Imprison the rebel rousers. No. I think we might just challenge the upstart to a public debate. I think it's either A or B. I think it's either A or B. I'm gonna be to this. We're still a king. I think it's A or B. Yeah, Zemuel definitely wants to preserve his lineage. Yeah. Exactly, Hesperus. I agree. See, it's just gonna make them more angry. Looks like it's gonna be B. Looks like it's gonna be B. Alright. Yeah, B it is. 17 to 8. I'm gonna count down in case a bunch of people want to vote for C, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a 0. Yeah, we gotta vote for C. The king shall challenge his upstart to a public debate. Weeks later, you are standing... Oh, right away. You're standing on a stage opposite Clarissa Agony in front of thousands of commoners. Let the debate begin. I shall be the impartial moderator. Is it just gonna be a peasant? Oh no, it's a student. I put it to you, your majesty, that the finest doctor could examine your blood and the blood of the lowest commoner and find no difference at all. At the end of the day, we're all human and all equal. You were just lucky enough to be born at the top of an outdated political system. I'm just better than everyone else. I guess, yeah. Yeah, definitely looks like a university person. Yeah, we can say it happens in Dracula's. You only even merit your speech by bringing it to the public stage. That's true. That's true. Not necessarily vitamin C. Definitely not the lycanthropy. Lycanthropy. Definitely not were person thing. The ninth god chose me to rule. Trying to change things will break everything. Yeah. It's not a. It doesn't convince me, but yeah. The common folk murmur worriedly among themselves. The king's right. Revolution could make things better for us in the long term, but first, there's likely to be blood running in the gutters. You and Clarissa go back and forth for hours, arguing over the political foundations of your kingdom. Finally, the sun is setting in the sky. And that concludes the debate. I think you did marvelously, Your Majesty. For once in my life, I need this not to be an XCOM result. For once in my life, I don't want republicanism. Once in my life, it's a 90%. Please, common folk, please. Thank fucking God! Thank fucking God, yes! Thank God. Thank you, XCOM divinities. Thank you for blessing me. Thank you. You wave at the crowd, the commoners applaud and stamp their feet. It seems you won the debate. Clarissa Agony slinks away furious. She keeps writing her pamphlets, but no one pays her much attention. Boom! Clarissa. Live in agony of defeat now. Is XCOM the ninth god or a heathen god? Definitely the ninth god. Your Highness, the troublesome philosopher Ortega is gone, but her followers are marching on our estates demanding justice. King Zemuel IV owns Clarissa Agony in public debate. Is he ordained by the ninth? Might must be. The 10th god. It's the same in the east. They're making her into a martyr. A pumpkin. I love the lace. The little, you know, choker thing. Send the royal army to put a stop to this. Sounds reasonable. Pay the grandees to give amnesty to Ortega's former followers. What? No. Ask the church to preach forgiveness on all sides. D sounds nice. Hey, I agree. I agree. Yeah, no, C is not gonna be it. It's either gonna be B or A. Hmm. I'm very, very, very indecisive on this one. Like, I kind of want to risk it for B. You know? You know what? I'm gonna risk it with B. I think that's what the monarch would do. I think that's what the king would do. If the gods are with us, we're gonna go for B. I'm gonna give you money to vote for B. I'm gonna give you money to vote for B, actually. I think that the way the king thinks about it is, like the way I think about it is, if the gods are with us, 30% is going to be enough. And I think the king is reluctant spending half his treasury for this. And sending the royal army sounds too harsh, right? It sounds too harsh. It's too strong of a reaction. Kaji could succeed on this. This will confirm Marley's suspicions. What suspicions? Okay, let me count down from 5 here. You can get free money if you vote B. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Well, I doubt it would work. I prefer to not send army to deal with peasants, right? Let's go. 30%. Ask the church to preach forgiveness on all sides. And it's a fail. The Archbishop gives many long sermons preaching peace and unity for all, but he is less than enthusiastic, and many Southerners are unconvinced. Unrest continues to rumble away. There are rumors of unflattering corn effigies made in the Archbishop's image. Fuck. Fuck. Up in the north, Chief Gooberfish is hosting a grand feast at her clan hall. Our plans are going better than expected. The spymaster thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. Yes, lived is life. I thought I remembered this portrait here. Please don't refer to us as mice. We're honorable warriors. There's no honor in politics, my friend. Our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agent. A, the Honor Guard are incorruptible. The Watch are another story. If the king can't pay them, they will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. The prophesied Ninth Herald has finally manifested on Celestia, taking the form of a humble noble known as Santana, who hails from a farming town in the southern hills. Or so the grandees claim. Haha! Peasants all over the south are flocking to you, Santana. I knew you could do it. Waper, you are always freaking scheming in my games. What's up with you? The plentiful crops have been a significant boon to our economy. Now that's what I call a miracle. Praise be, but this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we will capture the minds of the common folk and lead a holy crusade against the false king. The people still need a push, however. With just the right amount of chaos, the peasants will take up our arms and die for you. For the next stage of their scheme, the grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Build corn effigy of Archbishop and feeds it to rabbits. Yeah, the chiefs have been far from honorable, I agree. Take care, Mr. Dragon. Have a good night. Thank you so much for playing with us tonight. To the last bit of evidence, Marlene, she now makes a decision about her loyalty. She needs chancellor in Israel. I'll help. Marley, I want to remind you that I failed that role. You said, oh shit. A paper full of news, another one. An invitation. Let's do the invitation first. Twyla! Family inviting me. Without a word, contact Twyla Blythewood hands you a blood red envelope. It is sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night later in the year. I suppose I shall attend this event. Will make sense later? Okay. I will see you next at the vigil, your majesty. Well, your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, yes. Electry, I'm sure a bride will come at some point, don't worry. Or maybe you should just, you know, be happy with a husband. You know, maybe husband is what you're looking for and you don't even know. Sorry, I was stealing. Back from the hunt. Nah, I want the paper full of news here. Look at these, Your Majesty. The Chancellor holds up a wad of paper. On the front is printed the daily squawk, along with a dense block of text. Just stay away from a lab, of course. They're calling it pure news because everything that's written in it is new. It's like a little town crier made of parchment. What an intriguing idea. Indeed, if you look, it even has little picture stories in the back pages. How droll. The paper of news quickly takes the kingdom by storm. It seems everyone is reading it. Soon enough, there are even competitor papers and you're being asked to give an interview. Don't do it, Your Greatness. This is beneath the dignity of your office, Mr. Wollstonecraft. I appreciate the concern. This very business is silly. You know, I kind of think that the monarch would go with the newspaper business is silly. This sounds too risky. If this one sounds like... despotic. This one sounds... God, Zemuel wants to focus on, like, rebuilding the kingdom, not having to do with gossip. Yeah, exactly. Did do a public debate before. I think it's getting tired. Like, that sounded concerning because there was... Like, that was different though, right? Because, like, there was one person who was, you know, at the center of attention. And the king was like, okay, no, my authority is what matters, not what you say. So a one-on-one made sense. But here, it's like... Talking to who? What? You know, there's not a direct confrontation. So I think the monarch is gonna vote to say no. The university badly managed printing press, it seems. Yeah, it seems so. This is kind of close. It's 8-14 now, so if y'all want to vote, count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a 0. Cross, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? It is a C. Yes, and they can print whatever they like about the king. You've never had a conversation quite like this with a commoner before. This journalist keeps actually asking difficult questions to your face. How do you respond? I think once he's forced to do it, it just goes with it. You talk at length about your justifications for your actions while the journalist takes copious notes. Once the interview is over, all you can do is wait for the article to come out the next day. Well, let's see. Your server soon arrives with a fresh copy. Fuck. To your horror, the interview makes you look terrible. The journalist hasn't lied about anything, but somehow your words have come out all wrong. You look like an idiot. Even the nobles take the article at face value, and the newspaper goes on to be the fastest selling newspaper in history, which is easy enough since they've only been around for a few months. From this point on, you'll be worried about journalists covering your every move. God damn it. Yeah, this is not a happy reign, right? Like, this hasn't been a happy reign. Cross, thanks so much for joining. How are you doing? You are a chief. Our chief. Zemuel, dearest, I have something for you. It's something I brought back from my latest hunt, a trophy. This domino takes you by the hand and leads you into the great hall where a white sheet hangs from some statue that wasn't there before. When she pulls the sheet free and it falls to the floor, the taxidermied figure of a great brown bear is revealed, snarling in anger as if ready to attack. Oh, this is so sad. Benny Hill theme, yeah. This Zemuel is trying to be strong in public, but in private seems to be very insecure. Not really. I don't think it's insecure. I think it's just had very tough events to start the reign. But yeah, that thing about Reaper was a strong hit. Yeah, top left would make her happy, that's true. But I don't think King Zemuel would want to be feared. So I think it would be fine gift for one of my nobles. Yeah, exactly. Like, is a polar bear? I'm not sure it's a polar bear, to be honest. Electri, I would say if nobody's answering that, just please keep it to the Discord, because otherwise this is just spam at this point. I think we would give it. Like, given this situation, it would make a lot of sense for like Zemuel doesn't want this to be feared, and this would make a good gift for the chiefs since they like bears so much. So, suppose so. Are you planning on giving it away then? Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Northwind, yeah. But Northwind is not one of the options. Keyword burb. Nah, it's gotta be chiefs. For more than one reason. Though this domino is visibly disappointed in your choice, Chief Pap graciously accepts your gift, which goes some way to smoothing over your relations with the North. Of course. And auction time here! Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the billing you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising stability with A, lowering military for the chiefs with B, raising military for the counts with C, raising authority with D, lowering farming for the grandees with E, and lowering stability with F. What do you want to do? What do y'all want to do? Wow. Wow. Look at all that money being spent on E and F. This is actually close for E. Like, E is not guaranteed. D and A are both kind of close. But like 500 away. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. 5 seconds left. Do the thing. What happened? Did someone snipe E in the end, Pufferfish Slayer? No, you didn't manage to. Very close though. Why weren't we spending a bunch of money and King Israel to raise authority and lower stability? No, yeah, no, you shouldn't have phrased it that way. About your ear. Nobody wanted to help me, but it was very close. Like, the snipe was very close there. Back to my homework. Have good best of luck with your homework, Astronauska. Thank you for sticking around and playing. Your marriage to the summon has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough, but you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about hunting innocent animals than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Yeah. We are... No. Yeah, enjoy the lurk. Will the natural line of Ras end? Like, has it been natural, like, children together so far? Always? Has it always been the natural method? I think it has. Wow. Not spent on auctions because of the ancestral bear fiasco. Ras has all been natural so far. Might have to follow family tradition then. You know, it might have to be. Explosive conflict. Welcome and thank you for joining. How are you doing? And welcome to the Chiefs. Here you are. Electri. It's starting to be a little bit trite. All these inbred and incestuous stuff. So if you could please tune it down a little bit, that that would be appreciated. All right. I think we'll have a child together. Yes, we will. The traditional method. This is my first time playing a fourth monarch in a lineage too, you know? Yeah, no, we're good. No bastards, no bastards. Strange crops. The harvest in the north has been an utter disaster. Look at this turnip. Let me take a look. The turnip is riddled with rot and twisted into the grotesque shape of a skull. Half the harvest is like this. We need help if we're to get through the winter. Miss Minichu, hey! Oh, I like this. I like the combination of the hair and the hat. Alright, what do we do here? What about the cabbages? Oh, they're in the east, though. This is probably nothing to worry about. Nope. Send scholars from Quail University to investigate the strange crops. Raid the other region's granaries to support the chiefs. Raid granaries and send scholars to investigate. Yes. I'm gonna give you money to raid granaries and send scholars to investigate. This is King Zemuel IV's specialization. This is what he specializes on. So, I'm gonna give you money to raid granaries and send scholars to investigate. Take my money. The king is basically reimbursing you for the food that he's taking. Yeah, you're related to Zemuel IV as well, Hesperus. By the way, alright, let me count down from 5 here. 5, 4, vote D to get free money. 3, 2, 1, and 0. Vaspir, you who are an expert in family trees, does the current lineage is it related to the original Aquila Dynasty? Thank you, your greatness, and most fair judgment. Fair, you call it? That we should share our hard-earned grain and get nothing in return? Free market could have solved this problem, your highness. Although the other nobles grumble, redistributing grain from their granaries does save the north from an uncomfortable winter. You also send dozens of scholars from the university to examine the fields in the north. Hopefully they can identify the cause and prevent these from happening again. Fuck, I know what this depends on. That it's not good. The Crimson Vigil takes place in a bleak castle atop an eastern hill. Your journey takes weeks and your baggage train keeps getting stuck in bogs. Guests at the Crimson Vigil compete on who can dress in the most ghoulish and frightening costume. What did you dress as? Ah. A demon with horns, I think. Yeah. The red dye makes your skin itch and your hoof-like shoes are difficult to move around in, but you strike a startling figure. As you're assessing your appearance, contact Twyla Blythewood sweeps in dressed as a living corpse. Welcome, welcome, I see you're dressed as one of the servants of the seventh god. How delightfully blasphemous. Please remember to stay in the upper levels, the dungeons are out of bounds. In the ballroom you find the counts gathered, all dressed up as frightful monsters, wolfmen, pumpkinheads, witches. A waiter glides past holding a tray of meat and two breads. A pianist plays a mournful tune. The Crimson Vigil begins at midnight. What role will you take, a mourner, or are you willing to portray a hound of the betrayer? By direct blood, no, but they have relatives that are related to the Aquilas. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like, are they somehow related to the Aquilas? Like, can they draw a line from the Aquila Dynasty to there? Or like, do they have Aquila blood in them? Meat and two breads. Can you tell me about these roles? Surely you're familiar with customs. You are unsure, you should stick to being a mourner. No Aquila blood. Wow, okay. Then I think that the Zemuel lineage is now really looking for someone who has Aquila blood to marry. So if that ever comes up in the future, please do let me know, because they would absolutely marry into someone who has Aquila blood. Absolutely. Like, that would be the first thing they look for. Surely you're familiar. Lurks has Aquila blood. Oh. Is it only Lurks who has Aquila blood? Yeah, like the Zemuels would absolutely marry into the Lurks family immediately. Surely you're familiar with customs. We're gonna go for the Hounds of the Betrayer, why not? The counts gather. After Conte Twyla Blythewood delivers a short speech about remembering the old ways, a flaming crown is placed upon their head. I will be playing the King in Exile this evening. The Hounds of the Betrayer will try to catch me. Fear not, I am boosted as a falling star and old as the hills. Chase after the King in Exile. Twyla Blythewood runs down the corridor, flames leaking behind them, and you gave chase. A dozen other Hounds of the Betrayer run alongside you, howling and nipping enthusiastically. Somehow, despite the silly costume and massive flaming hat, Twyla Blythewood is quick on their feet. Catching them won't be easy. 50%? That's a lot. I like the angle of Zemuel IV being thought of as enough of a crownlander to be hit with the just be a mourner. Yes! Yes. It's diluted, right? Nah, I don't think we care for a prestigious role. Yeah, chase after them, of course. Oh my god! I don't think I've ever done this. Despite your stupid cloven shoes slowing you down, you grab hold of Twyla Blythewood and drag them back to the circle of mourners. The ceremony concludes with a mock execution and a bottle of very expensive red wine spilled over Twyla Blythewood's head. After that, the music is more cheerful. The counts dance and chat along into the night. At dawn, you board your carriage and begin the long journey back to the capital. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I ever managed to catch the King in Exile. Fellas used to having a flaming hat. What's the Dullahan? I think Lurks is the only direct link to Aquila blood. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you, Vasper. And avoided the dungeon, yeah. That was a good hunt. Fantastic. Headless Horseman. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. And the season. Actually, wait. Up in the north, Chief Gooberfish has gathered her fellow plotters for a hike through the mountains. Some of our bribes have been accepted, but not enough. The king is paying the palace watch well enough that their loyalties aren't easily swayed. So we have some of the watch in our pockets. Isn't that enough? Nay, not yet. We can make a move until we're sure we won't be discovered. You gotta lower that treasury. It's the type of Irish Fae. I see. I didn't know. That's interesting. Deep in the south, the grandee paces along the balcony of her hillside villa. It's just not enough. The peasants love Santana and believe the miracles, but they won't rise up to put them on the throne. Take heart, grandee. We are at the threshold. The peasants need only a small push, says Northwind. Oh, so yeah, you are wearing glasses. If only we could engineer that push. You gotta lower stability to 4. Oh wait, there's more people? There's Frag Enjoyer, Illegible, and Marleytine. I forgot Marley. Wait. Are we related to Marley in some way? You gotta draw the thing. We are related to Hesperos, we are related to Twyla. I don't think we're related to Marley though. Good to know, good to know. Oh yeah, if you draw anything, please post everything about it on the Discord. I wanna see it. I think it's just gonna be normal tax here, as usual. Fine, nice. Escaped experiment, another one. God damn it. Not super proud of it. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, only if you feel comfortable. Keep track of every link. Yeah. There's so much info, right? Yeah, first these ones, right? Let's do famous cuisine, yeah. I'm actually related to the Aquila. It's several times removed when it came to Marley first. That's cool. Count Oceanosvir comes to you bearing a covered tray. He uncovers it with a flourish. A chef has set up a stall selling his special baklava at the monument, and it's become most popular. Everyone's flocking to try it. Your Majesty, would you care to try some? Oh, absolutely. The layers of pastry are soaked in floral honey. So sweet that it makes your eyes water. God, I love baklava. He watches you expectantly. Delicious! How delightful. I'm delighted you enjoyed it. Trays of baklava are carted out and served to the assembled nobles. Many are enthusiastic, but Grandee's song-line kitten shakes her head in disgust. Dreadful! How can you bring this to us? It tastes like a musty tome! What? How dare you? You insult the pride of the counts! Your Holiness, please have this dreadful stuff taken away at once. What the fuck? Promote the Eastern baklava as a national food. You know what? That sounds kind of like a cool thing. Nah, you know? I think we should just hire the chef, right? How many earlobes does she have? It's the 4th? Oh my god. I'm gonna say hire the original chef. Yeah, I think we should hire the original chef to work in the palace, right? Like it's a good compromise also, because like the Grandees didn't want to have baklavas around, so we're just taking the chef away, right? And we're at the same time giving satisfaction to the counts, right? Like we're not angering we're giving satisfaction to both, because we are removing the chef for the Grandees, and we are hiring the chef, so the counts feel flattered. There's an ancestor Aquila mythology. Investor forgot about it. That is incredibly cool. National Eastern food is meat and 2 breads. Yeah, the East has good cuisine. Alright, this is 10 to 7, kind of close. So, count it down from 5, 4, Chiefs, where are you? 3, 2, 1, and 0. Yeah, where are the Chiefs? The nervous chef makes his way from the monument to become an official member of the palace staff. You throw banquet after banquet, and nobles hurry to attend. You're served baklava at breakfast, lunch, afternoon, dinner, supper, and even the occasional midnight snack. This year monument becomes a culinary landmark, with chefs and critics making pilgrimages visit. This is lovely, my dear. It feels like being back at home. You carry on enjoying baklava together morning and night. More. Okay. Forgot about bird brain Luda. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, back in the wife's good favor, right? All he took was baklava. I mean, I love baklava too. Apparently something has escaped from the cellars of Countess Marleytine's castle. I've asked for an eyewitness report from a local. Louis Madge was right on only side. It had been Aunt Edna's earlobes. Did it hurt anyone? No, just seemed confused. This creature is my life's work, Your Highness, and my son. How do you explain this, Marley? How do you explain this? Confused a sports store when I asked for baklava instead of balaclava. Oh my god. Is it Luda? His escape was regrettable. He just wanted to see the village up close. Rest assured, I have chained him up far more securely in my dungeon to ensure this won't happen again. Yeah, did you abandon the 9? It's too late for that, Countess. You and your unholy creation must be burned. It is the only way to cleanse the world of your evil. I remember Marley saying at the very start of the stream, saying, I would be okay. I would be even okay with my character dying today since it's my birthday. No? Oh. Do we want to burn Marley? Do we want to burn Marley? Should we burn Marley? Should we burn Marley? Killing somebody on their birthdays but Marley said it would be fine. First of all, the bold nobles ambushed on her. Yeah, I think only burn the monster, right? I agree. I gotta give you money to do that. Even though it sucks. But yeah. I'm gonna give you money to burn the monster. Why wouldn't it go well now? Because Zemuel the 4th is diverging. He heeds what the church is saying more than his predecessors. Is why. Oh, here's the Chiefs. Are back. Sorry, Marley, you gotta burn too. Like, freedom for the monster, but I like money more. Yeah, Twilight Blight will, of course, voting for D. I think this might be the first time we haven't freed the monster. Let me count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. No, burn me if you wish, but spare my beautiful boy. No! Countess Marleytine's hideous creation is burned at dawn, filling the village with a choking, acrid smoke that doesn't dissipate for days. Enough Edna's earlobes, alright? Now we burn them. Riot spread across the east as a counterful protests that Countess Marleytine herself has been allowed to escape justice. The people wanted you dead, Marley. The people wanted you dead. Oh, we burned it before. I see. Yeah, they're probably freeing the monster. Someone will find the earlobes, and here we go again. Rhine eyes. Janus, hey, your majesty, you are of course the greatest king of all century. Is there something you're after? Your grace, I seek only to tell you the truth as I see plain, but your power could be even greater. Death comes from us all, but what if you didn't have to? What if you could be the greatest king for all millennia? I don't know if that's even possible. There you may be wrong, your majesty. I happen to possess some knowledge that may interest you greatly. There are opportunities beyond what any of us had imagined, if you're strong enough to take them. We can arrange more meetings so that we can discuss this matter further. The door bursts open, and the High Inquisitor tells us that they've been plotting against us. Their ultimate aim is to recruit into a cult of immortal blood drinkers. What a tale! All we want is to help the king. Is this true? Of course not. This is heresy of the highest order. The council must know. Fights earlobes in the ashes. It's good, RP, yeah. Post-credits cut to a set of burning earlobes lying on the grass. A peasant comes by, looks at them, and just grabs them. We gotta vote for B here. We absolutely gotta vote for B, because A is not enough. A is not enough. Yeah, of course the why is everybody voting for A? Voting for A? A is not enough. Well, okay. I simply let the Grandees move to final stage alone. A is so enough, really? Didn't they need... Yeah, 5? Okay. Force the monarch to officially refuse to join the cult. The nobles leave you no choice. You sign a statement saying that you're not interested in immortality. Not one bit. Okay? Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. I told you you wouldn't believe it. Yeah. While playing a game of chess in an austere castle, two counts of the east discussed their scheme against the crown. What's pleasing, the king is drunk with power. But I was thinking, should we really show the king the true secrets of our group? Look at this. Look who it is. Look it is. It's Reaper. My grandfather or something, who just expelled me from the family. I thought that was the point, immortality and all that. Yeah, but those secrets are meant to be well kept secret. What if we pull the wool over his eyes? Counts of these, what do you want to do? Do you want to plan a false immortality ritual for the king that will kill him, trying to lower your own defiance? Or do you want to induct the king into the real secret society of immortal blood drinkers, trying to raise your own farming? Yeah, Northwind, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense, RP-wise. Feist John. Yeah, of course. Welcome, and thank you for joining. How you doing? You are a chief. There you are. How you doing? Alright. It's B. Induct the king into the real secret society of immortal blood drinkers. I'm just trying to get my family back together. It makes sense, right? Glad to hear you're doing well. Hi. I'm doing fantastic. I'm a little bit tired. I've been a little bit under the weather, and I'm a little bit tired, but this game is fun. This game is freaking fun. I'm having a great time. Glad to have you with us tonight. Very well, we must prepare for the ritual. Yes, we'll begin appeasing the spirits of the soil, but first we must enrich our lands. By Xenia's ashes, it won't be long now. For the final stage of the scheme, the council must raise their farming to at least 10. It's so good. Like, since it's come out, I've only streamed these. I absolutely love it. The south swells with a sudden influx of devotees from across the kingdom. They've come to see the Ninth Herald Santana in action. In the picturesque town of Meirona, the Grandee's holy claimant delivers a speech to raucous applause. Two figures stand in an alcove nearby. If our army were strong enough, we could take the palace by force. A crusade? That sounds promising, though I suggest we leave it up to the Ninth God. Surely he will intervene on Santana's behalf. Grandees of the South, how do you want to conclude your scheme? Do you want to launch a holy war to claim the throne, trying to raise your own military? Or do you want to pray for a miracle, trying to raise your own faith? Dragon Pit, that might be the case, yes. Yeah, your army kind of sucks. That's true. Alright, a miracle it is. Let us join in prayer, fellow Grandees. The end of King Zemuel IV's illegitimate, godless rule is upon us. I claim Santana is poised to take the throne and usher in a new golden age. We need only wait for a miracle. So for the final city of the king, the Grandees must raise their faith to at least 10. To drown the monarch again. You know, I think it might be Iron Choice this time around. It's like the king is realizing that he's kind of losing grip on the council. A prediction, a new discovery, and a fate. 3 northern events. Let's go with the prediction first. Pufferfish Slayer, your greatness, excellent news from beyond the sky. As your greatness knows, I'm an amateur astronomer. I've seen that a solar eclipse is on its way, visible from the north. We must encourage the kingdom to gather beneath the dark sun and experience this once-in-a-lifetime event. God above, nay! An eclipse is a warning from the Ninth God, a sign that the kingdom is falling into shadow, Shinji. Oh, I love the combination of the dress and the hat and the beard and hair. I just want the Zemuels to have a happy ending. Me too, you know, to be quite honest. Yeah, not really once in a lifetime. All the nobles start talking at once. Some are excited, some horrified, but all are very loud. Once in a king's lifetime, yeah. Oof. This is either A or C. This is either A or C. Yeah, C makes sense with the ambition, but this monarch is like... C is a lot of importance both in farming and in faith. I think it's either A or C. We might just veto B here. I think it might just be A or C. Actually, the monarch would probably just go C. Let's be honest. Makes a lot of sense. The monarch would say C, yeah. Oh god, Cargo. Wow, I'm starting to feel very tired all of a sudden. Wow, this is not even close. Alright, let's go. Don't like this race of defiance for all. Yeah. Yeah, it's midnight. It's only 6 p.m. Sando says fools should focus on their land, not the sky. Some of the chiefs grumble that the council isn't taking the impending solar event seriously. But the event, even the grumpiest have to admit that concentrating on their terrestrial assets yields a decent bounty. Okay, it's good enough. A new discovery. Yeah, it's midnight. You're absolutely right, Handle Gamer. Oh no, Hesperus. yeah, you're King Israel. The scholars who sent to investigate the strange harvest in the north has finally returned. All our tests came back negative. The blighted fields were dozens of miles apart, often with completely different crops. We only found one thing in common. Yeah? The plowshares. They were all forged from iron from the same mine, owned by Chief Melting Penguins, but that couldn't be the cause. It's impossible. Servants, fetch Melting Penguins, would you? Yeah, it's that event. Oh my god, Melting Penguins. You look freaking cool. You're covered in gold. What is the meaning of this interruption, Your Majesty? I was in the middle of a brunch. Have you noticed anything unusual at your iron mine? Penguins? Melting penguins, to be precise. They melt penguins into plows? Yeah, exactly. The ore has been odd recently. The miners say they hear whispering in their minds when they pull it off the rock. Kind of thing. What? And you didn't see fit to tell anyone about this? Miners are a superstitious lot, Your Greatness. They're constantly complaining about ghosts and ghouls and all manners of buggers in the tunnels. We must inform the council. Don't make me close down my mine. I'll be ruined. Alright. We gotta investigate it, right? You wanna go B? I just want to make sure that we go for B. Right? Who doesn't love democracy? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's examine the thing. Tyranny immediately, of course. You could have not voted, you could have abstained. Yeah, it's funny to see tyranny coming from casual play. Well. Okay. Gotta send it. I will fetch a sample at once, Your Majesty. Fantastic, thank you. And a fateful free. I don't veto 50-50s. Oh, you don't? Everybody, if you ever are in a Casual Hoy stream, and by the way, if you don't follow Casual Hoy, do follow, because it streams almost every day, like 5 days a week if you can. King of the Castle. If you ever in a Casual Hoy game, and he vetoes a 50-50, I need a clip. I need a clip, I want a clip. Alright, we need to call it out if it happens. Your Majesty, bad news from our new library. Hakonstaksrud Holmgren. There you go. There you are. Had a chance today but didn't. That's not indicative. That did. I don't veto 50-50s means I never veto 50-50s. It doesn't mean today I didn't veto 50-50. We're gonna hold you accountable. Bad news from our new library. What's happened to it? It's not the library exactly. See, Handle Gamer? Aren't you happy? It's not the library. The library sits next to a grove of trees. There's one especially rare, the greater arrow tree. It was planted by Queen Alma the Wise herself and stands over 200 feet tall. It's a very tall tree. It is indeed, Your Highness, but that's part of the problem. Unfortunately, all the visitors who are newly built library are dissolving the soil, and the great arrow tree is dying. Let's destroy the thing right now. Chance for redemption. We didn't have the last tree. We can save the last... Oh, you're right. We had one like... last rain, right? Do I want to spend that money? Yes. I want to spend that money. I'm gonna give you money to build a fence. I'm gonna give you money to build a fence. Yeah, of course I'm compensating you. Of course. Shame that it was only Chiefs events with the upcoming auction, likely having Grandy faith on it. I mean, yes, but keep in mind, like, an auction is not necessarily the end of it. I do love a nice fence. Like, you can always sabotage it. Alright. Cut it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Yeah, exactly. Let's just fence it. Pay the chief to build strong fences around the tree. Northern capitors set to work fencing off the greater outer tree and its surroundings. The library still sees plenty of people coming and going, admiring the immense tree as they go, but its ancient soil remains undisturbed and its bark uncarved. Becomes a symbol not only of the reign of Queen Alma the Wise, but of your wisdom in protecting your kingdom's natural beauty. Fantastic. Too cheap to spend gold? God damn it. Let's see here. Okay. At the end of summer, there's gonna be a feast. What the fuck it's called? An auction. Archbishop's request? And a magical... 2 requests! God damn it. Let's go with our heir first. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. Send before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, ask my crown be passed down to... my child. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your greatness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child. What is their name? Astrinovska High. Zemuel the 5th. Thank Morgana, your majesty. I'm sure little Zemuel the 5th will grow up to be a chief of the old block. I've never had a 5th. I don't think I'm gonna have it this time around either. Let's take a look at a magical request first. The wizard calling himself Scrampton keeps sending these dreadful letters. They smell of rotting fish and dissolve into seawater as soon as they are read. What's going on, Pufferfish Slayer? He demands access to the north on the day of the eclipse. He will use the power of the darkened sun for some special magic, but wizards are trouble. V-Mule. V for Vendetta. Huh. And if a player with fish in the name gets an event with Scrampton, oh my god, you're right. Name is perfect. Pufferfish Slayer has angered Scrampton, of course you have. I kinda don't want to mess with the wizard, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say let Scrampton do whatever he wants. I'm gonna say let Scrampton do whatever he wants. But if Scrampton is nice and pays us, I don't know. I'm not so convinced. Yeah, of course the Chiefs want to be paid. Chiefs, very united front here. So they need a united front to be opposed. Alright, let me count down from 5 here. This is tie, so if you want to vote, this is the moment. It's 99. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Oh, Shinji, did that register? I mean, I'm gonna go for B anyway. I want to let Scrampton do whatever he wants. Yes, you informed the people of the North that Scrampton is not to be hassled under any circumstances. That's great. That's absolutely great. Oh, you chose A before by accident. I see. Though many peasants are nervous, others are intrigued. As Scrampton travels through the north, trailed by brine and moldy seaweed, he gains quite a following, at a safe distance, of course. Meanwhile, the eclipse approaches. God, I want to see what he does. I've never seen this. Your Majesty, I wish to speak with you about the situation in the north. Too long have the Northerners been allowed to worship their heathens' tree gods, in brazen defiance of the ninth god. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the north. It's for the good of the realm. I'll have to bring it to the council. You know what? Give us faith. Master of the degree is so much reading. God, I cannot even imagine. I gotta give you money to send missionaries to the north. So it's a grandee asking for faith. Yeah. Grandpa Scrampton gave us money when you were becoming grandma. Yes, he did. Yeah, it does give Chiefs faith. Tree God's pretty fucking awesome. You're doing a great job, Astronovska. You're doing an absolutely great job. Vote. I think... Oh, I can technically veto an option here. No, I think that the king would say, hey, I'm gonna reimburse you if you are okay with sending missionaries to the north. But if you don't want to, you still should have an option. Yoi, Bunk Jaggy, hello and welcome. How are you doing? Vote, everybody, vote. You are a count. Thank you so much for joining. How you doing? Okay, never mind. Everybody wants money. Never mind. Fantastic, Marley. That's great news. Listen, I have morals. It shows you and Gooberfish. Who doesn't want money? Handle Gamer and Gooberfish. Let me count down from 5 here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Oh, it's Yoiban. I see. Welcome back, Yoiban. Glad to see you again. This is erasure of our culture. We won't forget this, you rabid pack of tyrants. The mission goes ahead despite protests from the chiefs. The results are less than promising. After being run out of more than a dozen towns in the north, the missionaries head back to the capital with their tails between their legs. Still, the Archbishop hopes that their preaching might have laid the groundwork for future attempts. God damn it. He got what he wanted. Auction time, and there is indeed a raise faith option for the grandees. Yeah. So, maximum attention here. Maximum attention. I think if E passes, the game is over. And the grandees get their miracle. So, if y'all don't want that to happen, you gotta fund 2 other buildings. 2 other buildings. I'm going to now start the auction, because I don't want to leave you too much time to cooperate. Oh, one thing I should say, since I see people who have already voted. If you fund something Scheme check? Wait, what do you mean? This is the last one. Like, it's the third scheme. This one needs farming at 10, and it's the last one, and the chiefs are at stage 2, and they need to lower treasure. If you vote before the start of the vote, if you fund before the start of the auction, Twitch chat may not allow you to retype the same message exactly for 60 seconds. If you want to fund with the same amount of money, you can change the capitalization of any word in the command. So like, for instance, the letter of the building, and that will allow you to retype the same command and to fund for the same amount of money. All right? Thought that was important to say. All right, let's start the auction now. Your options are increasing stability with A, lowering trade for the chiefs with B, raising farming for the counts with C, lowering military for the counts with D, raising faith for the grandees with E, bam, 10,000 already. Holy shit. And raising military for the grandees with F. So, y'all should fund either A and C, I think. A and C are the two most funded buildings after the cathedral. Wow. 17,000 to 18,000 to 10,000. Yeah, 20 seconds left in moment here. 20 seconds left. Yeah, you should put a bunch of money on not D and A, but only one of the two. Only one of the two, and C. I think the grandees have it. I think the grandees have this. I think the grandees have it. The most expensive cathedral ever built. 20,000 gold. Followed by the most expensive aqueduct at 11,000. Yeah, you did go all in. Wow. No, you haven't. Wow. A sign from the ninth god. Worth every cent. Your great and holy highness, this standoff with the grandees is becoming untenable. Then how do I make it tenable? I do have a proposition, in fact. Of course you are the true king, as we all know, but Santana has many devoted followers, and not just in the south. I was hoping we could come to a diplomatic agreement, as it were. Otherwise I fear a schism may develop in the church itself. There are already rumors that the High Inquisitor favors Santana. I'll not parley with the usurpers. I urge you to reconsider, your highness. An iron fist may not be ideal in this scenario. A handshake could prevent a civil war. I've arranged for a meeting between you and this herald. It would be held... No, you didn't appear, Clotho. I've arranged for a meeting between you and this herald. It would be held on holy ground within St. Bertrand's Cathedral itself. Perhaps the holy presence of the ninth god will reveal a path forward? As long as I'm the king afterwards. Of course, your highness. You were anointed by the ninth god in the first place. On the day of your meeting, the archbishop presents you with heavy golden chains to wear around your neck, especially for the occasion. Yeah, go ahead, King Israel. It's tradition for the king to wear these at holy events. The so-called herald doesn't have any of these now, do they? Before heading out, you quickly check in with this domina. You look nice, I think. Chains weren't my idea. Can't believe it. Still, it could be worse. Alongside your advisors, your wife and honor guard, you make your way to St. Bertrand Cathedral. Grandee Santana is waiting. We gather here today under the guiding light of the ninth god to mend this rift that has so damaged our kingdom. Not since the trials of... Get on with it, you blowhard. I'm sweating through my brand new pelts. Explosive conflict, chill down. Yes, have it. We haven't got all day. Alex is the kind of just welcome back. The Archbishop clears his throat. I invite Noble Santana to the pulpit to speak on the Grandee's behalf. Thank you, your holiness. Let them speak. As the Archbishop said, we're here to come to an understanding. That is, to receive the ninth god's wisdom and understand his will. Whatever that might be. Even the king himself can agree to that, surely. Wait, just a minute. What's that noise? Sounds like a groaning hull of a ship in a storm. You will adopt the child? Oh, I would love if the child is in the if there's an event with the child next reign. The groaning quickly becomes an explosive rush as the sound of a giant barrel bursting startles the assembled nobles. It's St. Bertrand's Brewery, the massive facility right next door. A tidal wave cascades through the stained glass windows of the church, a tidal wave of beer. Before anyone can react, the room is awash with pungent alcohol. The sheer volume is enough to thrash people against the stone walls or carry them out of the front door and down the street. God above, is this the end? The absurdity is overwhelmed by raw terror. You fight to keep yourself above the thrashing waves and avoid taking in too much liquid. Exactly how Luda died. The sign we were looking for. The ninth god has struck down the non-believers before our very eyes. A miracle! That's when you realize that the Grandees are all seated in the gallery above the central hall, completely safe from the flood. The Clayman, too, standing majestically on top of the raised pulpit, is unharmed. Help me! Help me! But your shouts come out as gurgles. More and more lager floods into your lungs. The weight of your massive golden chains pulls you beneath the waves. It's not long before your limbs tire and your lungs burn. You can only pray that Santana and the rest of the Grandees have an even worse time ruling than you. Your final thoughts are a doomed realization that drowning in beer isn't as pleasant as it sounds, followed by an acknowledgement that there are worse liquids. Mercifully, you lose consciousness before the river of alcohol carries you into the sewers. GG, good game. GG, good game to the Grandees, who, after 4 consecutive reigns, snatched back the throne. Yeah, 4 generations of Rust. That was pretty good. Good game, everybody. In what became known as the Thirsty Fellows Miracle, King Zemuel IV and all his supporters were drowned in a flood of beer from a nearby brewery. Just like Luda 100 years ago. The chief's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered and a number of arrests were made. Chief Gooberfish ended her life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. With their plans in tatters, the counts retreated to their castles to brood. Their olive branch was rejected, the secret of eternity that they had guarded for eons that would not be so kind again. The Grandees swept happily into the sudden power vacuum. After all, hadn't the Ninth sent a miracle to ensure that the most holy Santana took the throne? Even the other nobles found it hard to argue. And this is going to be remembered as King Zemuel the Unfortunate. Which is kind of fitting, I think, right? Yeah, I like it. The Dragon Pit, of course, the richest one in Wyvern Wake, spending all their money on the cathedral, I'm assuming, being the poorest. Yeah, Luda related to the Blythewit, absolutely. Just so glad that there probably won't be another bastard revealing themselves. Look at this. Oh, this might be a warrior queen. This might be a warrior queen. A warrior queen or a holy queen? I like it. I like it. Yeah, one of the two, I think. She looks very stern. Both Blythewits on the throne were drowned by the church. By the Ninth. What a Chad. Holy War Queen. Yeah, that's the impression I get. I see this as going to divide things. Many people refusing to see it as a miracle due to the same circumstances that killed Luda happening again. I agree. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree, Dragon Pit. Like, I think that the Grandees are gonna say, oh, it happened 100 years ago. It's a sign. But other people are gonna say, it happened 100 years ago. It's a setup. Melty Penguins, thank you so much for being here. See you around. Can we make her a conqueror? I'll think about it. I'm undecided. It's either gonna be a conqueror or a faith or a saint. One of the two, I think. All right. This was a good one. So this, with the reign of Queen Santana, the Zemuel lineage ends with King Zemuel IV the Unfortunate. This is really interesting. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this story develops further. We still have, I think, 3 or 4 sessions in this dynasty, so the next few reigns are gonna be very decisive to shape how the kingdom proceeds off screen. So really hope you're gonna be there next time. Thank you for playing.